by the notoriously too cool for school
Rodriguez here.
However, Interscope did not want to use the photo of Gaga with the straggly dark hair and what appeared to be a thick black substance flowing from her eyes. They thought she looked too alternative and not pop enough, so in the end they chose two photos for the album cover. And the Monster Ball tour, which began in November '09 and carried on until 2011, became the highest grossing tour for a debut artist.
I'm up early today, y'all. I had a dental appointment, got rescheduled. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I do know why. They said the doctor wasn't there.
The song, which apparently started out life on a napkin, was written on a tour bus in Norway in the summer of '09. In numerous interviews, Gaga has said that the song is about her fear of love and being in love with her best friend. Three references to Alfred Hitchcock movies appear in the second verse: Psycho, Vertigo, and Rear Window. And the Rah 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 chant is eerily reminiscent of Boney M's Rasputin. All the ideas have to come from somewhere, I guess. The song and the rest of the Fame Monster album were inspired by the European electro she was hearing. In numerous interviews, Gaga has said that the song is about her fear of love and being in love with her best friend. Three references to Alfred Hitchcock movies appear in the second verse: Psycho, Vertigo, and Rear Window. And the Rah 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 chant is eerily reminiscent of Boney M's Rasputin. All the ideas have to come from somewhere, I guess. The song and the rest of the Fame Monster album were inspired by the European electro she was hearing on tour. Gaga and Red One decided to take the record in a more techno, gothic, and industrial direction. Just 1 year into her career, Gaga was already growing her sound. In an interview with the BBC from 2010, Red One spoke about recording Bad Romance with Gaga. We did it on a bus with 2 pairs of headphones, and as soon as I heard the intro, I could just see a whole stadium singing it, because we had recorded it on a little laptop microphone on the bus, so you could hear the noise of the road, and that was the version that leaked. Then when we got to a proper studio, we recorded it again, just the vocals. The song got a brief debut on Saturday Night Live in early October, but got its first full outing at an Alexander McQueen fashion show later that month. According to Vice, because Gaga sent the late designer an early version of Bad Romance to play at the show, McQueen repaid the favor by sending her the entire collection to wear in the song's video. Needless to say, the song became a mega hit, reaching #1 in 20 countries, but surprisingly didn't make it to #1 in the US. It was held off by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys and Empire State of Mind, which in fairness is a pretty brilliant song. Bad Romance was performed on an episode of Gossip Girl, the American Music Awards, and the British X Factor, which saw Gaga perform the blockbuster smash in a giant bath. As you do, of course. It was also telling her ladyship chose to close arguably the biggest gig of her career, the 2017 Super Bowl performance, with the pop classic. And the song is still considered by most critics and fans to be the best of her long and storied career. And it's impossible to talk about Bad Romance without discussing the, and I don't use this word very loosely, iconic video. Bad Romance was an example of a very rare occurrence when a brilliant pop song also gets an equally brilliant video. And together, magic was created and a true pop classic was born. Upon its debut, Gaga captivated music fans all around the world with her daring theatricality and otherworldly looks. The entire promo just made everyone else on Planet Pop look lazy and unimaginative. The video's plot centers on the singer in a bathhouse where she is kidnapped and drugged by other women to be auctioned off to the Russian mafia before Gaga regains control and kills her captor.
That's what that music video means.
Greater significance when viewed through the lens of the Me Too movement of recent years, and also since the superstar has spoken publicly about being a survivor of sexual assault herself within the music industry. It's been suggested that the white latex suits with masks were inspired by the character of Max from the children's book Where the Wild Things Are. For the bug-eyed look, it turns out the effect wasn't achieved
that movie seems
with
so boring, but I
contact
never
lenses, but instead with some digital wizardry. Gaga's body was also digitally altered to highlight her spine and make her waist smaller in the shower.
Why would they do that to her?
You can watch the freshest content from the coolest streamers.
Bigo, bigo!
That's cheating.
In July 2018, Billboard magazine chose the video as the best of the 21st century. In an article at the time, they wrote this about it. It offered a glimpse into an entire cinematic world that thrilled and disturbed in equal measure, expanding the possibilities of what a music video could achieve, and challenging other stars to step their game up at the same time. The video was shot on the 16th and 17th of October in Los Angeles over 2 14-hour days, and it was directed by famed video and movie director Francis Lawrence. In an interview with MTV from 2010, Lawrence said that the video was originally meant to be shot in New York and include a number of exterior shots. Plans had to be modified because of tight budgets and Gaga's hectic schedule. So it was decided it would be a studio shoot done in LA. Bad Romance won 7 awards at the 2010 VMAs, the second most ever won at the ceremony. Peter Gabriel won 9 for Sledgehammer in 1987. The song has, of course, also won 2 Grammys, and at the time of recording, the video had reached an astonishing 1.7 billion views on YouTube. And the second single from the album, Telephone, which I'm sure, as you already know, was turned down by Britney Spears. But our Gaga knows a hit when she hears one, and she decided to keep it for herself. Stephanie and the producer of the song, Rodney Jerkins, originally did the track together back in 08.
Trying to give it to.
And when her ladyship started work on the Fame Monster, she got back in touch with the legendary producer, who has said it was Gaga's idea to put Beyonce on it. Rodney was concerned B wouldn't want to do it because the song was too pop for her, so he changed the second verse to make it more R&B. In an interview with Vlad TV, the super producer also said that Beyonce and Gaga were not in the studio together whilst recording the song, and that Queen Bee actually did her part in Japan. But despite the song becoming a huge hit, Gaga's 4th UK #1, and being beloved by fans the world over, Stephanie herself is not all that keen on it, as she told Pop Justice in 2011. I hate Telephone. Is that
remember?
And being beloved by fans.
I don't like Telephone either.
Remember?
Like that.
Remember Doja Cat cutting her hair?
Yeah.
And then leaving a wig?
Yeah.
Right here?
Leaving the
wig. I mean, that whole thing's a wig, but it's still like...
She showed a big-ass forehead.
Okay, now look at this.
World over, Stephanie herself is not all that keen on it, as she told Pop Justice in 2011. I hate Telephone. Is that a terrible thing to say? It's the song I have the most difficult time listening, as she told...
You really think so? Oh, she do look weird.
She got a wig cap on top of a wig.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Her wig is pushed back.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay. I see it now. Wow. And then LadyGaga.
Justice in 2011. I hate Telephone. Is that a terrible thing to say? It's the song I have the most difficult time listening to. Ultimately, the mix and the process of getting the production finished was very stressful for me. So when I say it's my worst song, it is nothing to do with the song, just my emotional connection to it. By this stage, we knew Gaga liked to up the ante with each video, and she certainly didn't disappoint with the release of the 9-minute Tarantino-inspired promo for Telephone, which was shot the last week of January 2010. In an interview with Variety magazine from 2020, Telephone's director, Jonas Aukerland, who also did Paparazzi, confirmed that the video was never meant to be a series in the first place. He just liked the idea of putting "to be continued" at the end, which is kind of cruel when you think of all the little monsters who waited years for a follow-up and will never get one.
That is cruel.
Mr. Ackerland also said the video was a 2-day shoot, 1 day in the jail and 1 day out in the desert. And because of her hectic schedule, Beyonce arrived late, and she and Gaga had to figure out the dance routine on set. B's part was supposed to be done out in the desert, but night crept in, they lost daylight, and it had to be done in the motel room set up instead. He also revealed that "I told you she didn't have a penis" line was his idea and was added on as a voiceover in the edit. And Gaga secured the pussy wagon from Kill Bill at the last minute after going for a meeting at Quentin Tarantino's house.
Did you know that?
By the end of the 2000s, Beyonce had been very much a risk-averse artist throughout the whole of her.
Remember when she got into the
Download the Domino's app today and become a piece of the pie rewards member with points toward free pizza.
And then she put it in the music video. Pussy Wagon.
Wow.
Remember when she was trying to put her foot
Yeah, I do remember now.
She was in that car.
I need to watch that Kill Bill movie again. Have you watched it? How long has this been?
Craziness and fearlessness rubbed off on her and paved the way for the much more throughout the whole of her career. And I like to think that some of and was added on as a voiceover in the edit. And Gaga secured the pussy wagon from Kill Bill at the last minute after going for a meeting at Quentin Tarantino's house. By the end of the 2000s, Beyonce had been very much a risk-averse artist throughout the whole of her career. And I like to think that some of Gaga's craziness and fearlessness rubbed off on her and paved the way for the much more adventurous and daring work Beyonce turned out in the years thereafter. In an interview with Vogue from 2022, her ladyship had this to say about the video. Me and B wanted there to be a balance between fashion and camp. So we wanted to do a play on the American flag and on capitalism. The inspiration for the Americana vibe was about being inundated with phone calls. As a society, we were becoming more obsessed with interacting with one another in a way that was less real, the ingesting of capitalism in a way that's not healthy for any of us. It's a commentary on American culture. Whilst the video is considered by many to be a 21st century classic and spawned a gazillion kink pieces and blog posts, unfortunately Gaga doesn't seem to be too keen on it in hindsight.
Is that YouTube?
Seen that style?
What?
See what she did? The next thing you don't know who it was.
Pieces and blog posts.
This. Just the glasses. Who did that?
Fortunately, Gaga...
Who did that recently? That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know who did. I say Jay-Z.
Kim Kardashian.
Ooh, I was right.
She has the glasses.
Those glasses?
The big ones? Not exactly like those.
Yeah, I see which one you're talking about.
Too keen on it in hindsight.
That's why
in an interview with Time Out from 2011,
got my glasses on like Gaga.
Honest feelings
like Lady Gaga. Remember you was like that song called Lady Gaga?
So
just because of the glasses.
Beyonce and I are great together, but there are so many ideas in that video. All I see in that video is my brain throbbing with ideas, and I wish I had edited myself a little bit more. And in 2023, Lady Gaga told the Financial Times that she was actually bankrupt around this time and was $3 million in debt after overspending on her Monster Ball tour. Of course, you really don't need to worry, as her ladyship has become a squillionaire in the years since. In fact, $3 million is probably pocket change to Miss Gaga these days. The third track from the album became another big hit for the American superstar in the summer of 2010. In an interview with Fuse TV from December of 2009, Gaga had this to say about the track. Alejandro is my fear of sex monster song. In that song, I'm saying goodbye to all my past lovers and friends. I've discovered going out on the road and traveling and getting to know my fans and living publicly is that you have to leave your past behind in order to make room for your future. It's symbolic of me moving on. Video was shot at Downey Studios in Los Angeles at the end of April 2010 and was directed by famed fashion photographer Stephen Klein. Upon its debut, it was met with accusations of blasphemy, mostly because of Gaga swallowing rosary beads. And her machine gun bra from the video also appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone the same month. It was widely reported at the time that Interscope wanted Dance in the Dark as the third single, which led to a dispute between them and Gaga. The superstar has said in numerous interviews that the song represented her fear of self monster and that it's about a girl who is afraid to have sex with the lights off. The song, written and produced with a new collaborator, Fernando Garibay, who had previously written Quicksand with her for Britney Spears. In an interview with Hit Quarters from 2012, Garibay says that Gaga flew him out to London to write and record the song. The track has also become known amongst fans for being the opening song for the Monster Ball.
Happy day, have it your way, you rule.
Speechless, the Elton John-esque ballad, was said to be Gaga's favourite from the album and was written about phone calls the singer had with her father, who had a heart condition and was undergoing surgery at the time. She performed the song for the Queen of England at the Royal Variety Show in December '09 on a 13-foot piano and dressed in a red latex Elizabeth I inspired dress. And of course, no video of this era would be complete without talking about one of the most iconic moments in pop culture history, that meat dress. The unforgettable look which Gaga wore to the VMAs in 2010 was made by the Argentinian designer Frank Fernandez. Gaga's stylist Nicola Formichetti at first had the idea for a purse made from meat and contacted Fernandez to make it. The idea soon evolved into that of a full meat dress. Gaga had a few months previously worn a meat bikini for Vogue Japan, so that might also have served as inspiration. In an interview with British Vogue from 2022, Gaga said the idea for the dress actually came from her makeup artist Val Garland, who used to tell a story that she had once went to a party wearing sausages. In the interview, she also had this to say about the dress. This was designed by Frank, but it was the brainchild of House of Gaga. And we were backstage with Brandon Maxwell. He was vegan also, and still helping to sew all of those last bits of meat to me. It smelled like meat. It was thrilling to wear. There's a corset under this, but the corset was sewn to the meat. So this is actually a garment. They didn't just drape meat over it. In an interview with the BBC Witness History podcast, Fernandez spoke about how he requested meat cuts he could sew as fabric from his family butcher in Los Angeles. They recommended flank meat, thin slices of beef. Frank took to this unique experiment quite easily as he is Argentinian, and many of the country's most famous dishes include red meat. In the interview, he also spoke about how he was between apartments at the time and he was staying with a friend, and his friend graciously cleared his fridge so Frank could store his mannequin in it, which he was making the meat dress on. He transported it to the VMAs in an icebox, and the 60-pound dress was sewn onto a corset on Lady Gaga. And needless to say, the dress drew shocked gasps from the audience when Gaga stepped on stage to collect her award for Video of the Year. And since then, it has been preserved at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum and also the Park MGM Casino in Las Vegas, where Gaga had a residency. Unfortunately, the American singer-songwriter lost the title of the biggest pop star on the planet soon after the famed Monster era. Nobody can stay on top forever, and that's true even of those who can often seem like invincible superhuman beings. In the years since, others such as Adele, Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift have unofficially held the title. but I think it's fair to say that none of them have been as impactful, as fun, as exciting, or come remotely close to capturing the public's imagination in the same way as Stephanie Angelina Germanotta did back at the turn of the 2010s.
What the fuck?
And for this, Miss Gaga, we salute you.
Cool, bro.
By the end of the
a fucking hummingbird just popped up on us, yo. That's pretty cool.
What you think of that?
Damn, bro. Who would have thought she fucking started all that shit for real? And then who would have thought, like, well, Beyonce would have took her fucking style? Who would have fucking thought? That was crazy. She's a trendsetter. She's a trendsetter. Saying on the trend. Living life great.
Go crazy.
Go crazy. You ready though? I gotta take a piss. You gotta pee. Still pretty early. Still gotta fucking write some music and do what I do. Read that book. Look at that. I thought you couldn't have those, I guess. It was about to rain now. It stopped raining. Did y'all see that fucking hummingbird? Let me know, man. Let me know if y'all seen that hummingbird, bro. We in the valley.
Let's repair hair damage in 90 seconds using the new Wella Miracle Hair Rescue. It's a lightweight.
It's a lightweight.
Oh, this is nice. He's painting. It's nice. I kind of don't feel like going home.
Have you ever watched this movie?
Ooh, she's hot. Who's that hottie?
I got 4 jump shorts period. Throw one of these out. Did it.
Oh my god, so she literally can't have tattoos?
Right. Missy, is it? Hey, before we start, I'm afraid we're gonna need to make sure you do a standing back tuck. Standard procedure. You understand?
These bitches don't look like high
Standing
school.
back handspring back tuck.
Back then they did though. She's hot, like a little butcher. Oh, she's in.
Where's this girl from? Romania? Can she yell? We'll try it on. Awesome! Oh wow! Like totally freaked me out. I'd be right on. Sure. Number 1.
The fuck?
I transferred from Los Angeles. Your school has no gymnastics team. This is a last resort.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I've never cheered before. So what? How about something that actually requires neurons? Do it. Front handspring, step
Bro,
out.
these
round
bitches
off,
look
back
sexy,
handspring,
but
step
not the
out,
Spider-Man
round off, back handspring,
girl.
full twisting layout.
She's like, she really gonna break her neck first? That was when she broke her neck. What kind of fucking cheerleader school is this?
Missy is bank.
Bankrupt? We've already so decided on Jamie.
Brittany, this is not a democracy, it's a cheerocracy. I'm sorry, but I'm overruling you.
You are being a cheer tater, Torrance, and a pain in my ass. We already voted. Besides, Missy looks like an Uber hike.
Damn.
Uber dyke.
That's mean.
Brittany, I'm the captain.
Look at
I'm
Spider-Man.
pulling rank, and you can fall in line or not. If we're gonna be the best, we have to have the best. Missy's the poo. So take a big one.
Oh, that's what she meant?
Missy's the fool.
Missy's the fool.
Means Missy's the shit.
Come on, yo, can you move over a little?
No te creas importante.
You look like
Used
those
to be the
ethnic
gothic
faces.
type people. Those what? Those what faces?
You look like those airplanes with faces.
Oh my god. Fucking dirty, bro.
You look like those airplanes with faces.
Oh my god. Who fucking thinks of this shit? Look
That's
at
hilarious.
Fucking dirty.
You look like those airplanes with faces.
Here it is.
That's messed
Oh my
up.
gosh, this looks like an incredible restaurant. Can we get seated for two?
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, this looks like an incredible restaurant. Can we get seated for two?
Is she still trying to be cute with it? Alright, hold on. Let me grab my shit. Grab my stuff. I have a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
I got that. I got some trash. My new appointment. Okay. And trash. Man, these good people love me. I broke it from the inside. From the inside's broken. From the inside it's broken. That's where we at, guys. I really feel like being home tonight, but that's what it is. Made it a peace island. I'm in my video here, guys, because I have to work on some music and still read a book. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna pick up on the next video once I'm done with that, guys. Yeah, I also have to upload on some social media. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment your favorite part of the video. Alright, links and all that are in the description. Alright, see you guys on the next video. Alright, bye.